welcome back to Chelsea's Millions. It's episode 3, and in today's episode, it is deadline day in January. We have made some signings, there's some signings to confirm today, and there's 2 games. Stay tuned. So you're joining us today on deadline day. We've got a couple of fixtures coming up today against Leicester and Everton, but before that we need to get the transfers over with, and we can go through the transfers we've made in this January transfer window. We'll have a quick look at the fixtures that we've done since you were last with us. So you were last with us for the Aston Villa game on Boxing Day, where we won 2-1. After that, it's been a little bit hit and miss in certain competitions more than anything. Premier League we've been fine in, but we've actually gone out of both competitions now. It all started at Fulham in the Premier League, where we carried on our winning ways, a 4-2 win over Fulham. We then played Southampton at home, got a 2-0 win there. We then had Manchester City come to Stamford Bridge in the Carabao Cup semi-final. And in all honesty, this just turned out to be a disaster from our standpoint. So if we have a look at the expected goals in this game, we were expected to score more goals than Manchester City. We just couldn't get the job done in front of goal. And this really was the point where the decision was made. We wanted a world-class striker up front, and we were going to do everything we could to bring one in. After City, we progressed in the FA Cup third round against Accrington, a nice comfortable 3-0 win. We then played Manchester City in the league, probably the more important of the 2 games, and we actually ran out 2-1 winners in this game. And as you can see, again, expected goals. We were expected to score more goals than Manchester City. We only created 1 half chance throughout the whole game. Possession was 50-50 throughout. But all importantly, our new striker that we'll come to in a moment, Haaland, on the score sheet twice. That's that world-class striker we want. And just looking at what this looks like now as our front 4, you've got Haaland playing up front with Werner, Havertz and Pulisic behind him. That is likely to be the way we play, possibly playing Hakim Ziyech here instead of Pulisic. But that is something we'll look into as the games wear on. After the 2-1 win at City, we then went 3-0 against Newcastle and 3-0 against Tottenham, both away from home, both games that we played really well in. We really took it to Newcastle and Tottenham. Haaland grabbing a brace in the Newcastle game and another goal in the Tottenham game, as well as Werner hitting 2 in the Tottenham game. So good to see the 2 main strikers linking up together and grabbing goals. Our luck weren't in the FA Cup 4th round though. We went out to Liverpool on penalties. This was a game that probably went the right way in the end if you look at the expected goals. Both sides enjoyed a similar amount of shots. It was expected goals just shaded by Liverpool. It was a game that looked like it should have been a draw, and it was. All these stats are pretty much in the middle all the way down, so couldn't really complain about it. Only thing is, when it come down to the spot kicks, we just didn't have what it takes. Mount and Haaland both missing the spot kicks, and in the end, Jota put the clinical spot kick away to put us out of the cup. So we're not going to be winning any domestic cups this season. So the only domestic silverware we have to go for is the league. But with that said, we are making great headway in that. Following the Liverpool defeat, we played Burnley in the league at home, where we got a 2-0 win. And the last game we played was our first disappointment in the league since way back with when was the last time? Back here, 0-0 against West Ham, which just happens to be before the last episode. So maybe that's a little thing going on there. So a 0-0 against Crystal Palace. We tried everything going forward against them. We just couldn't find the back of the net. Even with Haaland and Werner both playing, we then brought Pulisic on just to try and offer something different to Ziyech, but nothing was to come out of it. In the end, we had to take the 0-0. So let's have a quick look at the competitions and show you where that leaves us at the moment. So as far as the Premier League goes, we are currently 6 points clear of Liverpool, who are in second, and we are a massive 10 points clear of United in third and have a game in hand over them. Champions League coming up, we've got Barcelona. I'll bring you that on the next episode. And as for the domestic cups, knocked out by Liverpool in the FA Cup and Manchester City in the Carabao Cup. At the end of the day, they're both highly ranked sides in England, and to be knocked out by them, it's not a disaster. It's not like we've been knocked out by a championship side and made fools of ourselves. Over to the ins and outs of January. The big signing for January is Erling Haaland. Brought in for his release clause of 69 million. I had it in the bank. I know it's one of those that everyone just goes and does in FM, but the money was in the bank and I just had to go and do it. We wanted a world-class striker up front, someone who's going to compete with Werner. If not, what we've tried to do, I think Werner's going to end up playing on the left as an inside forward. So lightness is, he is going to be competing with Abraham. So Abraham are making a good second player to Erling Haaland. But from the first 5 games he's had with us in the league, he's scored 6 goals. And he's played 1 FA Cup game and scored a goal as well. If we just look at his form, he's scored in every game he's played, bar the Palace game where we just looked dull. But 2-2 and then 1-1-1 there. He's hitting above a 7 every game, albeit apart from that Crystal Palace game. But again, that was more a team in general thing as opposed to a Haaland thing. So who were the outs, I hear you ask? Well, the first out was Thiago Silva. He was not getting into my team at all. I need someone with a bit more pace at the back, to be honest with you. His mentals are still well up there. But at 36, I was never going to offer him a new contract at the end of the season. I don't keep players in my team after 29, 30. And if I do keep a 29, 30, 31-year-old, they've got to be awesome in that position. And I just felt that Silva weren't going to be awesome in that position. If we have a look at his history when he was at Stamford Bridge, under me, he had 1 start and 2 sub-appearances. So at the end of the day, his time was already up before I even got in there. Sorry, Thiago. We've then let a couple of loans go out. Billy Gilmore leaving for Lens in France, and Lawrence has gone to Wigan on a loan until the end of the season. We've got a couple of future transfers agreed. I have got Donnarumma coming to me at the end of the season on a free. His contract was up, so I snapped him up. I think he will definitely be replacing Mendy as the number 1 at the end of the season. Mendy's done nothing wrong, don't get me wrong, but Donnarumma is 21 years old. He's going to hold that position for 10 years quite easily. Mendy will probably serve as my backup, and I will look to move Kepa on, I should imagine. As far as players that are leaving, these are just players that I have not re-signed with their contracts running out. We've got Piazon going to Al, wherever that is. We've got Simu going to Marseille. Now, this was an interesting one. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with this lad. He's looking like he's got some technicals that look good for an 18-year-old centre-back. His physicals look very good for an 18-year-old as well. It's just his mentals, and I know he will grow into them, but probably not till he's 24, 25 will these start looking some green. And his determination says that he probably isn't going to push as hard as others, so I'm not overly fussed about losing him. And the final player is Marco van Ginkel. Chelsea fans will know he's been at Chelsea forever, or it may seem like forever. He just never got any game time, and I'm not going to give him any game time, so off to Seville he will go. So you join me just as I am making the transfer for Federico Valverde, official. We are signing him from Real Madrid for a fee of potentially 45 million. It's 10.5 million up front, and then we've got 10 million for league appearances, league goals, another 5 million after league appearances, and then I think there's another 20 million spread over the next 2 years. He was going to be coming in as a backup to Conte and replacement for Jorginho. It doesn't look like Jorginho is going to be leaving anytime soon. I've tried so much to get him out of the club and he's just not going. If we just take a quick look at him, the position he's going to be playing is the Segundo Volante. That is a backup, as I say, to Conte. He's got a few more attributes that are better than Conte's as far as his finishing and long shots go, so I think that may see him push Conte out over time. His mentals do need to grow a little bit. I like a few more greens as far as the mentals go, but his determination is a 15, so I can see him growing in the future. And his physicals are already looking good at just 22 years old. So let's get that accepted and finalised. And that's the deal done. Chelsea have completed the signing of Real Madrid's 22-year-old Uruguayan defensive midfielder Federico Valverde for a fee of £30 million that may rise to 45 million. And just a quick look through these bits here. Position, role of duty for his training. Let's get this all set up now. I like that you can do this straight away. And he will be on support. So we can get that all done. I'm not going to offer him any rest. He doesn't need any rest, normal. Don't want him to do any tryouts or anything, and there's no set pieces. Let's send him on an intensive language course. Squad registration, we want to get him registered straight away. In. Confirm. And we're going to ask Afri to just welcome him to the side. So transfer deadline day, English clubs have got till 11 o'clock tonight to get all the deals over the line. I'm going to take part today. If anything comes up, I'll let you know. If not, I will see you at the end of deadline day. So just quickly, Haaland has claimed the January Player of the Month, Young Player of the Month. He's only been in here for about 4 games. Make that 5 games, 6 goals. Kai Havertz and Reece James have claimed the runners-up spots, so it's a clean sweep from us. I'm going to pat him on the shoulder and just say well done. So we've got a transfer window roundup there. Biggest spenders are Chelsea with 99 million. Well, you did give me a budget to go and blow. Got a question in from Maxi Foot's Frederic Petit. Man City's acquisition of Thomas Louar currently stands as the biggest deal of the transfer deadline day so far. Do you think the fee will put pressure onto him to succeed? Let's give him a response. If there's any pressure, he'll thrive on it. It's the sort of player he is. I'm a very positive manager, and I'm positive in my press conferences. And that's it. Transfer deadline day is over. So a quick roundup. We've had the major transfers of January. Erling Haaland has joined us for 69 million, as we knew about. Thomas Lemar has joined Man City for 63 million. And Diego Carlos has gone to Liverpool for 40 million. Diego Carlos, not a player I've come across before. Looks like he's got some good mentals there. Composure could be a little bit better. He's not the fastest of centre-backs, but still got enough pace. He's a very strong centre-back, 18 strength. I wonder whether it would be Van Dijk that he plays alongside or Gomez. So the next game is here. We are going to be playing at Leicester. Let's get ready for the game. Let's get ready for the game. Just take a quick look through my team and we'll make a decision on who we should have in and who we shouldn't. Okay, so we've got a team sheet that I think we're going to go with. We're going to have Mendy in goal, James, Christensen, Rudiger and Azpilicueta making up the back line. Valverde is going to come in and join Jorginho in them holding roles. Ziyech, Musonda and Hudson-Odoi are going to play in behind Haaland. We've got a few players missing today, including Tomori, who needs a rest. We've got Werner, who's also struggling for fitness. Also, Kante's still out. Kovacic is out injured, and Emerson is still out injured. Speaking of injuries, if we could just go back to the injury page, we have had a bit of a torrid time of injuries this season. As we can see here, we've got Emerson, who is out with a broken ankle, expected return 30th of March. We've got Kovacic, who's out with a torn thigh muscle. He's out until the 9th of March. And then we've got Kante, who's still out from a hamstring strain. He's out until the 3rd of February. Now, he was injured on the 12th of Jan, so we've pretty much not had Kante for a month either. That's not to mention Chilwell's only just coming back from injury as well. So Chilwell is still only recommended 60 minutes of action, so that's why we're going to have him on the bench. I'll probably give him half an hour at the end of the game just to build fitness. Let's get submitted. A quick look at the team sheets. No one standing out for Leicester who you wouldn't expect to see there. I'm surprised Vardy ain't there. I'm wondering whether that's an injury because he's not there at all. Other than that, they've got Harvey Barnes. He did get a goal against us earlier on in the season. So, getting ready to kick off. Made a change to the screen since the last time we were here. Now able to see the lineups of the sides, the formations, and a bit more info on the side. And we're still able to keep all this down the bottom. So we're starting with a balanced mentality just to see how the game feels out for us. We might switch to a defensive mentality actually. Sounds silly, but I've found defensive against this formation means we can really use this area to our advantage, and especially with the pace of Hudson-Odoi and Haaland up front, we can use that to get forward quickly. Works a bit better when Pulisic is on the other side instead of Ziyech, but we'll see what happens. If I need to change it up, we can always change it up. First highlight of the game, Schmeichel, goal kick out wide. And it's gone all the way through. Valverde, Christensen. Christensen went to clear, but he didn't get it very far. Madsen plays it through. Big shot there. And it's gone just wide. So first opportunity of the game has fell to Leicester. At the moment we're controlling the possession, but we're not getting anything from it. Christensen goes out wide to Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi out wide to Ziyech. Back to Valverde. He's got James on the overlap. James. Back to Ziyech. Ziyech across the box. The shot's taken by Jorginho, but it's wide of the mark. No problem there. So both sides pretty cautious in this game up to now. One shot apiece. The expected goals is pretty much the same. I think time is to give them a shout, to demand a bit more. And we will go positive now. And see if that alters the game at all. It's interesting, we've brought in Haaland and Valverde and we've not really had a chance to see what both can do. This is Valverde's debut obviously, he only brought him right at the end of the transfer window. Haaland has been on fire in front of goal. But he's had Werner on the left-hand side every game he's played so far. So whether that's took a little bit away from Haaland to allow him to do his own thing. I don't think Hudson-Odoi gets as many defenders to really be around him. So that could cause problems with us breaking sides down. We're not really getting through them at the moment. We've had a few more shots since we've gone positive. Nothing really to write home about though. We've still not seen a second highlight yet. It'd be nice to see another one. Alright, Maddison into the box. The header's in and there is Mandzukic. Puts it in the back of the net. We're a goal behind. Well, I said I wanted to see another highlight, but I meant for us, not for them. And from one big free kick into the box, nodded on, and Leicester lead this game. I'm going to have to change something at half time, but what? We've got the possession, we're just not breaking through. Even the expected goals show that we're well ahead in this game in comparison to Leicester. So I am going to go in there and we are going to point fingers. I'm not angry, just disappointed. Quite agree with what Morris has got to say there. Hopefully it'll inspire them to start doing a few bits different. Ziyech's starting to drop off in his fitness now, as is Jorginho. So we'll have to keep an eye on them. I'm not sure attacking's going to do anything for us. I wonder whether if we go a bit more direct and really quicken the tempo and get a bit more expressive. It's changing the game plan up a little bit. Haaland's picked up a knock. We'll wait and see what happens here and then we'll make a couple of changes. Usually we do an hour and then we make changes, but we may as well make them a little bit earlier if Haaland's picked up a knock. We've got Abraham on the bench. Barnes. Oh, Harvey Barnes has made it 2-0 Leicester. And that could be devastating for us. Let's make the changes. Haaland off for Abraham. Pulisic on for Ziyech. I'll get them subs confirmed. That is not good for us. A shout at the players and berate them. We're not happy with his performance. It's been a complete disaster. We're going to have to go attacking now. They've got to find a way through. We're just not finding a way through. Indeed, he's managing to prevent any of our attacking playmakers to do anything. Christiansen, a ball over the top and it's intercepted. And now Ndidi to Maddison. And now Leicester come marching forward again into Maddison in the middle. Someone intercept and make a counter. Come on. It's gone out wide. Will they get the crossing? They do. Interception. Rudiger gets it away and that is the end of that highlight. Come on. This is ridiculous. I just don't know what to do with them. What can we do with this? I don't know what's happened there. Right, Mendy, Christiansen, Valverde to Jorginho, and a ball upfield to Musonda. Abraham. Musonda's been tackled by Ndidi. Oh my God. Ball over the top, comes to nothing. Come on. Oh, it's free now. Oh my god. This doesn't look like the team that's sitting top of the league. Not at all. Instructions. Let's try going down the outside. Go back to shorter passing. I don't know what to do now. We're just not looking like we're going to get into this game at all. We've made the changes we can. We've got one more change to make. I just don't know who to make. Let's get Flickwater off. Get Chilwell on, just for the fitness side of things. To Valverde. Oh, on his debut. Valverde has pulled us. No, it's Abraham. I thought it was Valverde. What's going on here? Oh, this is going to be disallowed. Disallowed. Abraham's offside. And that's just how the game's gone. I can't believe this. James and Valverde having a good game, but no one else. It's been a disaster all round. The space he's got there, I can't, but we're getting battered. 4-0. I can't believe this. It's been disallowed though. Offside. We get a little bit of grace there, but I cannot believe what's happened in this game. It's not been good, that's for sure. Masonda's been poor. It just proves I don't think Masonda's the man who's going to be up to being back up to Kai Havertz when we need someone to be. Pulisic and Hudson-Odoi I can work with. They've got the potential to move on, but Masonda, I'm not so sure. And that's the end of it. We've been stung in the league. First league defeat for us. It's not a game that we've deserved to get anything out of. Just because we dominate the possession, it doesn't mean we deserve anything. We had a half chance. They didn't have anything. It's almost as if we've just had a real bad day. As far as the goalkeeper's gone, Mendy's only got a 6.4. I suppose that's why I'm bringing in Donnarumma at the end of the season. I'm going to have my hands on my hips. You were not good enough today. Sort of match should be winning. It's motivated the players. And after the game, we can see Liverpool have moved within 3 points of us now after they won against Wolves. Tottenham drawing with Leeds 2-2. Everton getting a 4-0 win over West Ham. Gives them a bit of a bounce, and they're coming up against us next, so that could end up being another loss if we're not careful. Oh my god. To make matters worse, Haaland has picked up a pulled groin. He's going to be out for 3 to 4 days. Just had a news bit flash up. Marcus Alonso is now 3 appearances away from the 20 needed to trigger his loan from Chelsea being made permanent for a fee of £22.5 million. Team leader meeting, not had one of these before. I've become aware that Emerson's unhappiness is causing further unrest and that you might be running out of time to address the concerns. It's probably worth talking to those involved. Okay. So overall atmosphere is pleased. Now they're reserved. We're disappointed that you don't think Emerson deserves a new contract when it's clear he's to several of us that he couldn't have done more to warrant one. He can kick a chair. let's go to raise hands. I offered him a new deal at the end of the season, but he wasn't prepared to wait. Did I offer him a new deal? I don't want to say that if I didn't do it. Can't remember whether that's what I offered him. I think I did. I'm going to say that. Well, that's made everyone pleased. That's not what he told us. You're right, though. He should just wait it out. Sorry, boss. Outstretched arms. I think that was productive, guys. Hopefully, that sorts the issue out that's building within the dressing room. Up next, we play Everton in the league at Stamford Bridge. Other notable games today: Arsenal play Manchester United in the early kickoff, and Manchester City play the team that just beat us, Leicester, in the late kickoff. No Liverpool fixture, so we ain't got to worry about that for now. So a number of changes for today's game. We're going to start with Mendy in goal. James Tamori returns to the central of defence to partner Rudiger, and Chilwell is going to come in at left back for Azpilicueta. Valverde continues in at central defensive midfield alongside Mason Mount, who returns to the side after regaining some of his fitness. We're going to go Ziyech, Havertz and Werner playing behind Tammy Abraham today. Now, the only reason Haaland's been dropped, although he had a poor game in the last game, is down to an injury sustained. As I said in that last part of the last game, he sustained a pulled groin, so he is returning imminently, but not quite ready to return yet. So, full team sheet is in. Ancelotti has gone with Pickford. He's got Holgate in there, Michael Keane, Alan. He's got James Rodriguez, Iwobi, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, a few players that really could hurt us. And he's even got a bit of a strong bench going on there with Richarlison and Bernard both on the bench. Could be interesting. We're going to pump fist today, and we're going to go out there and tell the players we can potentially lose our lead at the table if we lose. So I'm expecting you to deliver a win. It's motivated the players. So we're off and running. Hopefully we do a little bit better than we did in the last game. I'm starting this game cautiously. I'm hoping we can draw the opposition onto us and get some counter-attacks going. Again, I can always go to positive later on in the game if I need to. Although that didn't serve us too brilliantly against Leicester. Yes, we started getting shots off, but we conceded some stupid goals. So Mendy from the back. Tomori just going to hold on to it until we've got some space. Goes out wide to James. James upfield to Ziyech. Ziyech takes it down the line himself at the moment into Havertz. Back to Ziyech. Here's Ziyech. Ball's been taken off him, but Valverde picks it up. Havertz sends it out wide, and it's been nodded back to Pickford, who's gone quickly forward. Chilwell picks it up. Mount, Valverde, Mount, hoping them two can pick up a nice little passing rhythm between them. Valverde out to James. Can he whip one in for us here? Into the byline, it's gone back post. Werner's had the head saved by Pickford. He's gone with another quick ball upfield. And that's the end of that. There's a nice little bit of a start for us. A little bit more attacking than we looked against Leicester. Hopefully we can get a few more runs put together like that. I'm liking the crossing completion from us there. 54% crossing completion at the moment. From 14 crosses. Can we clear this, or is this going to be a counter here for Everton? Everton's gone all the way back to Pickford there. That's a big ball back. And he almost got caught out there. And Everton looking to break down the wing. James Rodriguez. Not quickest player, but technically one of the best on the pitch. Iwobi into Calvert-Lewin. He's gone out wide. Dinjay into the box. Calvert-Lewin's there. And he's put it past Mendy. What is Mendy doing? This season he's been fantastic between the sticks for us, and all of a sudden it's like he's got soap on his hands. One shot, one goal. We trail this game after being so dominant in it. 6 shots to their 2. They've only had 1 on target and they've put it away. Let's fire up the boys. Hopefully that'll give a little bit and get them moving and firing on all cylinders. So we're completing passes. Possession's about 50-50. We're getting shots away. But we're just not getting shots away that count for anything. Come on, do something. Anything. Oh, man. And I don't feel like it's a case of going positive or anything. Cautious is bringing the shots on. 9 shots, 4 on target. We've got an expected goals of 0.76 and we're only half an hour into the game. I'm not really sure what's going wrong. I think we're going to need some attacking training doing because this has just really dropped off. Ziyech into the box. It's been tipped away. What's going on here? We've got VAR going on here. I think Pickford's been called up for pushing someone. Have we got a penalty coming here? The ref's made a bit of a weird run there to the VAR. Could have went straight across the pitch but thought he'd go for a jog before getting there. Check's in progress. Looks like check is over. What's the ref's decision? Penalty's been awarded. Graham Scott has awarded the penalty. Rudiger was actually shoved by Ginger. So, who's stepping up for us for the penalty? It's going to be Werner against Jordan Pickford. Bring us level. He has done. Top right hand corner as we looked at it. 19 goals this season for Timo Werner. What a debut campaign he's had. Right, let's praise the players for getting back into the game. Hopefully they come in happy. It's actually dropped the heads of a couple of players. Maybe not so happy about what's going on in the game. But still, 12 shots to 2. 1.64 expected goals. Chilwell into the box. It's been headed away. Valverde. Back to Rudiger. Out to James. James through to Ziyech. Ziyech's got Abraham in the middle if you can find him. Ziyech's gone on his own. He's collected the ball back. I don't know how it fell to him, but Abraham has put the ball in the back of the net. 2-1. We lead Everton, and it's right on the brink of half time there. Well, from the highlights in the game, it didn't look like it was going that way, but it's worked. So we're going to pump our fists. Things are going well, but I know you're capable of better. It's made a couple of the players pleased and motivated. Hopefully we can continue that. We need to get a win in this episode. Rodriguez with the corner. It's cleared away, but only as far as Iwobi, who goes backwards. Alan, Iwobi. Taking on his man. It's gone past him, but it's only fell to Havertz. Ziyech, can we counter here? James. Havertz to Mount. Mount with a big ball over the top for Abraham to chase. It's dropped to Keane, who's gone back to Pickford. And now Everton are going to start a counter by the looks of it. Out to James Rodriguez. It's gone backwards again. They've gone over the top to Calvert-Lewin, but it's been intercepted. Havertz into Valverde. Plenty of space for him to move into here. Up to Ziyech. Ziyech takes on his man and he's gone past him. He's got past him now. What's he going to do? Back to James into the box. Abraham's there. He's at the post. Can you believe it? He's at the post. And it's been cleared out. We are looking very, very good when you look at the match stats. 15 shots now. 1.7 expected goals. Disappointed to have conceded a goal when they're on 0.1 expected goals. but we're playing well. We're getting the job done slowly. We're going to drop a little bit of praise. And just waiting, probably get to maybe the hour mark, maybe 65 minutes, and then we'll look at making a couple of changes. It's not looking like we really need to, but probably should just for fitness reasons. Alan, what's he going to do with the ball here? He's gone back to Holgate. Alan. James Rodriguez into the box, but Tamori clears to Chilwell. Werner. Where's Werner going to go with the ball? He's been brought down, no. Ref says carry on. Godfrey. He's played it forward. All the way out to Iwobi here. Iwobi taking on his man, but there's Valverde doing what I wanted him to do. Doing what I've paid him to do. He's going to make it hard for Kante to get back in the side with the way he started his campaign. Havertz, a big ball out to Werner. Werner taking on his man. He's got past him onto his right. Left foot across to Abraham. Abraham, 9 goals this season. We're an hour into the game. 3-1 up. It's totally deserved when you look at the stats on the board. We're going to make a quick shout to praise the players again. And then we're going to make a quick substitution. Who can we bring on and who should we bring off? We've got Tamori on a booking in centre of defence. He deserves his yellow card. That's never good. Hopefully he's not getting too annoyed. We haven't had a sending off this season. Touch wood, that's the point where we're going to get one, isn't it? We're going to bring Chilwell off. He's not having the best of games, and bring Afriquator on. And we will also bring Pulisic on for Ziyech. Ziyech's had a really good game up to now. And it is just a case of keeping him fresh for the next game. We've got Manchester United in about 4 days' time. So we need to make sure we stay fresh for that. Abraham making it look like we didn't need Haaland to come in up front. £69 million wasted. No, I think it was the right thing to do. Valverde's definitely made an impact. We've got Mount with the corner here into the box. He's gone near post and it's been cleared away. Looked a little bit messy there. It's actually a free kick to Everton. So we've got about 15 minutes to go. Everton haven't even had another shot yet. Saying that, they've just had their third shot of the game. They're up to 0.12 on the goals expected. But we do look good in this game. We've played really well. Lots of greens. I like to see lots of greens coming up on the player ratings. So we're coming into the last 10 minutes now. I wonder if we can bring someone on for Valverde. Let's get Jorginho on for Valverde. He's dropping off a little bit. James into the box. It's a little bit of a mess in there, but it's been cleared out. So Valverde's come off. We've brought Jorginho on just to finish off the game. And again, that's just about keeping Valverde fit for the next game. James into the box. Back post. It's been cleared off the line, has it? It has. I don't know how they got it away, but they did in the end. James to Jorginho, and that's the end of the highlight. Last couple of minutes of the game. Just get a quick praise in there so they can come in happy at full time. It's a job well done, especially after the Leicester result. We've bounced straight back, and we've bounced back strong. Going to have them come in with our outstretched arms, very happy with the way you played. Bring everyone's morale right up. So at the end of the game, we've had Arsenal beat Man U 4-2, which leaves them still 10 points behind us, and we've got a game in hand. We play Man U next, so we could actually be 13 points ahead of them with a game in hand. Results elsewhere as well. Villa beat Tottenham 4-0. Tottenham, 23 games. They've only got 20 points. They're hovering very close to that relegation battle. That is nuts. Well, would you believe it? And West Brom beating Leeds. Leeds not really holding their own in the league this season. Some thought they may. So that's where we're going to wrap up today's episode. Next time I will bring you the Barcelona and Liverpool game. So the second leg of the Champions League. We'll know whether we make it through then. And Liverpool in the Premier League, as they are our closest rivals now. We do play Manchester United and Liverpool back-to-back next, but that's a bit soon to be going again. So Barcelona, Liverpool next episode. Quick look at the Prem and where that leaves us. 59 points from 22 games. Liverpool have got a game in hand over us, but they are 6 points behind us at the moment. As far as the player stats go, Werner, 13 goals, is 2 behind Martial for top goal scorer this season. Mendy's had 14 clean sheets alongside Alisson. And if we just take a look at the homepage for us, we can see up here Werner is still our leading goal scorer. We've still got Werner on there for top assists. And Mason Mount has been joined by Werner for most player of the match awards. Most of that has happened for Werner since he's gone out onto that left wing to play as an inside forward on attack for us. Currently the third best in the league for goals scored and 11 worst for goals conceded. I don't make sense that. Might be a bug there that needs addressing. Manager performance, we've got a B-, so we've slipped down from an A- to a B- now. They're delighted with a positive atmosphere in the changing room. We're very pleased with a 3-0 win over Tottenham and delighted to be on course to win the Premier Division much earlier than expected. Their criticisms, upset about the heavy 3-0 defeat to Leicester, upset about the 0-0 draw with West Ham. As far as the finance goes, we are £15 million in debt now after the big transfers we've just made. We have still got 19 million in the budgets, and next season we've got a guaranteed 59 million still going to be there. We've got 4 million in the wage budget, and that leaves 190k a week available. Well, thank you for watching, and thank you for getting to the end of the video. If you have managed to get to the end, please drop me a like. Share the video and subscribe to the channel for more Football Manager content. Next time, like I said, we're going to be up against Barcelona in the second leg of the Champions League and Liverpool in the Premier League. And hopefully, Haaland continues to keep scoring. For now, guys, I'll see you later.